Let my revenge begin.
覚悟してろよ。行くぜ。
Well, hello. This is my top 10 for Marvel Legends of the year so far. We are halfway there, and this guy's just here just so you can have something to look at. So I'm going to show you my top 10 so far, top 10-ish. Every year I cheat, so it's going to be a little bit more than 10. Barely, 11, because I had a tie. But yeah, let's go over what I've gotten so far, or the order that I have so far. Things are subject to change, and I highly doubt this list will be the same by the end of the year. And I'll tell you why by the end of the video if you're still around. So let's jump into it. Number 10 is a tie. I have the Marvel Legends Venom and the Marvel Legends White Rabbit. Venom, because I love Venom, okay? Unfortunately, the first time I got this guy around, he was a great figure, and that was like a couple years ago. So the effect is not as cool as it was before. Plus, these have multiple issues. Some people's arms don't stay on. My back tends to fall off a bit, and the arm does not stay on as great either. And it's a little loose. So that's a huge issue. That's why that knocked this down a bit from higher than 10. White Rabbit is here for the opposite reason. I bought a figure of White Rabbit. I'm going to say it again. I bought a figure of White Rabbit. Why? Because look at this thing. I mean, that is awesome. So I had to buy it because of that alone. It just looks awesome. I love the attention to detail. Came with the glider for Demo Goblin. It's crispy. It's nice. The tan on the legs is cool. The little Uggs. Oh, man, you can't beat that. So, yeah, that's number 10, okay? Now, let's go on to number 9. A lot of people are going to disagree with this just because I have Dark Beast so low. And why do I have him so low? I mean, this is top 10, so this is still really high. It's just, as cool as his face is and the extra legs, it's subject to something that we've seen before. And I have to really love the character to rank it high if we've seen it before, okay? Again, I love this. I think it's a great figure. Same accessories. It probably would have been up higher if it would have come with a different beast head for your Blue Beast, but it didn't. But it's still definitely worthy of number 9, and it is a new figure. Let's move right on to number 8. Number 8 is Sunfire. Again, if you watch this review, you know that I love this character, so that's going to factor in heavily. I like the mode. I wish it would have came with some effects, but I like this character so much, and I thought it was so faithful. I had to have it in my top 10. Brilliant figure. Love the translucence. You can really make this thing pop when you add some light effects to it. Let's see if I can do that. See what I'm saying? I get some pictures up on my Instagram. Look at Worldbreaker Cool on Instagram. You'll see some pictures. I'll add some today. But yeah, so there you go. He is my number, 8. So moving on to number 7. If you watch my reviews, you know I love Cosmic Marvel. And yeah, this is another Build-A-Figure in here. At the end of the year, I'll probably break these down and not let there be so many Build-A-Figures. But again, these are so good. And this one does not even feel like a Build-A-Figure. This feels like a deluxe figure because of the size, but the effects it comes with are just really nice. It comes with an extra head, extra arms. You better believe Super Skrull was going to be in here for me for my number, 7. So number 6 is the biggest shock. I thought when I first got this figure he'd be higher, but in hindsight, I don't love the character. I like the character, but I don't love it. Sugar Man. This is probably one of the most impressive Build-A-Figures I've ever seen in my life. One of them, anyway. With that said, I don't care for the character that much. I like him, but I don't love him. I wish he would have had the sugar tattoo. The sugar tattoo, honestly, would have put, the Sugar Man tattoo would have put this over quite a bit. I probably would have put it up a couple of ranks, but it wasn't there, and I think it's a great figure, but there's not a whole lot you can do with it because he's so short because of his body proportions. Okay, so yes, Sugar Man was my number 6, so he's just outside that top 10, but that's okay. So there is my figures from what is it, from 10 or 11 ish to 6. These two are tied. 9, 8, 7, 6. Now let's take a look at the top 10. All right. Number 5, as soon as I saw her, I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to get this. It's Black Widow. I've got like too many dang Black Widows as it is now. We had a couple great ones this year, but when I saw all the effects this thing came with, and the white one's good too, but it's not like this. The effects, the paint, I mean, it's got the Widow on the back, got the nice butt, the rocket effects, the shield logo. You have to actually really get it on there, which isn't easy. And the stingers are really nice. And that head sculpt, the head sculpt alone, I think is what sold it. Very rarely have I seen something that's just like, that is that person. That is who that is. Beast has it. Skull has it. So does he does it. I mean, a lot of these figures do. Hasbro is really getting really good about doing faces and keeping them unique now. Something they struggled with earlier, but now I feel like they're really running on all cylinders. So I had to put her at number 5. I like her even more than Sugar Man, which is insane. I actually had her higher than the last guy, but the last second I changed my mind because number 4 is Red Hulk. I can't go without putting Hulks in my top 5, even the Red Hulk. Have we seen this body mode before? And it got number 1, last year? Hulk was number 1. Now we have the same mode, but the paint apps are shaded. The toes are painted. The head sculpt is what I hate putting remodes or repaints in, but man, come on, look at that. That's Red Hulk. I mean, they captured it's perfect. So I had to put him in there. So Red Hulk is my number 4. Now for the top 3. Okay, bringing in the top 3 is one of the figures that I know will be here for the end of the year. Not sure how high, but there's no way that Cosmic Ghost Rider will be missing from this list. He's just too good. I mean, that bike, when I first saw it, I was like, man, that's like high-end stuff right there. I mean, yeah, they could have painted it a bit more, but that's perfect, or just about perfect. So I love it. So he is the number 3 for my top 10. Let's bring in number 2. Now, number 2 was a close one because I know many people are going to agree with this, but I do like this character. I am one of the few who actually read her comic books, especially the run where she was the Hulk. We have the Hulk, or She-Hulk for some of you. Some of you call her Gray She-Hulk or Gray Hulk, but I don't like that. They call her Hulk in the comics. There's a nice story that I'm not going to ruin for you, that how she got like this. She's much stronger, much more brutal. You can see the face. And the reason why she's so high is, for one, look at the sculpture. Those abs are insane. The jeans, the rips, nice toes. I love it. I love the fist. Look at that. It looks. I mean, she looks like somebody who would beat your task. You know what I mean? I mean, she would really work you. Like, there's no doubt about it. Then the height. Look at this. This is her compared to Black Widow. Man, they nailed this. They nailed this. I mean, look at Rage. Rage is a big character. Look at her next to Rage. She's taller than Rage. And she should be. She's a freaking Hulk. So, yeah, there's no way I can't look at this sculpture, this face. I think it's beautiful. I think the cuts in the shirt are so unique. It's like whoever sculpted this definitely read the comics, I believe, and really loved the character. So, yeah, that's why she is number 2, almost number 1. Now let's look at number one. And she's definitely my top 5 by the end of the year. There's no way She-Hulk's not going to be in there. Number 1, Doctor Doom. When I first saw this, I was like, they revealed this at the Comic-Con last year, and it was the last thing they showed, and people screamed, and I was like, there's no way that's going to look like that once they finally bring it out, because, you know, it's a prototype, they're going to make some changes. Nope, it does. It looks exactly like they showed. It looks better in my mind. They give you 2 heads, a classic head and an old head. It's got rocket pack boosters underneath that you can add like effects to it. And I gotta be very careful with this chain, because this chain can break. I've heard people with horror stories on their figure. Okay, mine's not broken, good. But it's even got new neck technology. I mean, the armor looks real, nice rivets, it's shiny. Hasbro, this is how you do it. I mean, look at the Doom, the class there of the gun that you can pull out. It's not fake. This is, if I can find a cloth cape for this thing, he will be perfect. And I will have to look online for a cloth cape. But besides all of that, this is definitely, there's no way he's not in the top 3, well, top 5 for sure. Top 5. Him and She-Hulk, I think, are definitely going to be there. Most likely he will be too, but we'll see. And the reason why I said I'm not sure how many characters will be here by the end of the year is just to let you know this has been a weird time with COVID-19. I hope you all are out there being safe. I have not been going to many stores to get stuff, so I've been relying on pre-orders. I've got so much stuff back ordered. I got more stuff back ordered than I have here now. So what I mean by that is I still have all the X Factor wave due to come in. I've got let's see, all of the, well, most of the Spider-Man wave to come in. Some Power Rangers, several, couple Transformers, some Star Wars Black Series, 2 waves of G.I. Joe. So this next half of the year is going to be huge. And that's on top of 2 Metacom figures that are, I'm saving surprises, that should be in this month or by the end of July. So there's a lot coming. Stay tuned. Thank you for everything, and have a blessed day.